This is everything wrong with the American system right now. You have the unequal enforcement and prosecution of certain individuals for political gain, which we've seen a lot of examples of that, right? We have some people that get off easy for major crimes. We have some people that are throwing the book out for crimes that didn't actually hurt anybody. Like, for example, Ross, who's Ulbricht, who's in jail for like 3 life sentences because he sold stuff on the internet, and the judge wanted to send it an example, like set an example of him and show everyone else not to do this. Like, corrupt, evil POSs that get in positions of power and pull crap like this and then do backroom deals and do favors for people and whatever. It's a joke. But it's also a really big deal. And they're really going after it. Now, I don't like sensationalizing things. I like to just like take everything with a grain of salt and look at things like this and be like, yes, these things happen, isolated incidents, whatever. I don't think it's a grander scheme of them trying to control food and this and that. But then I think about what I've called accidental conspiracies. You had Big Pharma, you had Big Food. All these things came after World War II when we had this massive boom in processed food. We had a massive boom in our economy, and America became the superpower global leader. That led to fake foods. That led to monocropping. That led to USDA, FDA, big pharma, big government, all eventually over time becoming this big bed of lies and deceit and BS to benefit each other, scratch each other's backs. And then now we have a 50+ obesity rate. Nobody planned out to do that. There wasn't some criminal mastermind going, I know I'm going to make Americans fat and sick. There was just things that happened that had a financial incentive behind that some people benefited from, and then that solidified, and then people wanted to protect their jobs and their positions of power and the money they make and whatever, and these calcified and calcified and calcified. And then over time, you got what we have today. Like look at all the things in science that recently have come out, like serotonin and depression, some of these other things, right? Look at like obviously the COVID stuff. That's like right? Shows you how broken the science and research and all of it really is. And then the dangers of government coming in and saying, here's an emergency exception for your vaccine. You don't actually have to test it. We'll just trust you. You're a for-profit company with no liability, but we're just going to trust you. So just give us shots to give to people, and then we'll virtue signal and try to shame them into taking them. Like, look at this now. Finally to the story. Armed federal agents recently raided Amos Miller's successful organic meat and dairy farm in the old Amish village of Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania. The feds are demanding he stop farming and are economically crippling him with $300,000 in fines. Okay. How the government should have any say whatsoever in food and things like this is utterly insane. Okay. Now, I don't want to go into the history of that. I don't want to go into the history of how raw dairy has been attacked because there's a lot of financial and political incentive behind attacking it, etc. But you guys, this is a big deal. This is going to lead to other big deals.